Picture this. 3 weeks ago, she disappeared. Not a slow fade, not a mutual drift. One day you're talking, flirting, maybe going on dates. Next day, nothing. No reply to your last message. No call back. No explanation. Just silence. You did the whole mental autopsy. Did I say something wrong? Did I text too much? Did I not text enough? Did she meet someone else? You replayed the last conversations in your head like CCTV footage, looking for the moment it went wrong. But eventually, you did the right thing. You didn't chase. You didn't beg. You didn't write a novel in her DMs. You went back to your life, gym, work, projects, friends. Your brain started clearing. She stopped being a constant tab, open in your mind. And then, out of nowhere, hey stranger, hey you, how have you been? Sorry, I've been so busy lately, uh-huh. No mention of the silence, no explanation, no accountability, just as if nothing happened. That moment right there, that's the test. Not her ghosting, not her leaving, not her ignoring you. The real test is, how do you react when she comes back pretending nothing happened? Because what you do next tells her everything she needs to know about your standards, your self respect, your scarcity or abundance, your emotional backbone. Most men fail this test so badly, they train women to disrespect them for the rest of their lives. You're not going to be one of those men. 1. Why she really came back. It's not what you think. First, you need to understand something harsh. A woman almost never comes back by accident. Her return may be casual. Her words may be light. The timing may feel random, but psychologically, it's not random at all. There are a few common reasons she reappears like nothing happened. 1. Validation deficit. While she was gone, she was getting validation somewhere else. Another guy she was more excited about. A situationship she was seeing where it goes. Attention from social media, dating apps, or her ex. Then something happened. The other guy pulled away. He only wanted sex, nothing serious. He went back to his ex, or he simply lost interest. Now her validation pipeline has a leak. So what does she do? She scrolls through old messages and thinks, who liked me without making it difficult? Who made me feel safe, admired, or special? Who would probably still answer if I text? That's when your name pops up. You're not plan A. You're a validation refill station she assumes is still open. 2. Boredom and emotional hunger. Sometimes it's not even another man. It's emptiness. A lonely evening, a weekend with no plans, a bad day at work, a fight with a friend or family member. She wants emotional comfort, attention, a familiar masculine presence. You used to provide that. So she reappears, not because she suddenly realized your value, but because life got quiet and you were a comfortable noise. 3. Comfort plus control. Her coming back without acknowledging the ghosting is important. That tells you she wants your comfort, but also wants to keep control of the story. If she says, hey, how have you been? Instead of, hey, I know I disappeared. That was disrespectful. I'm sorry. She's testing. Can I just walk back into his life with zero consequences? Will he act like nothing happened? Will he still be available if I put in the bare minimum? If the answer is yes, she learns. His standards are low. I can come and go as I please. That is exactly what you must not allow. 2. The 4 emotional traps most men fall into. When she pops back up, most guys don't think strategically. They react emotionally. There are 4 common traps. 1. Relief. She's back. I didn't lose her. You feel that little dopamine hit in your chest. She didn't forget me. She came back. Maybe it meant something to her, after all. So you instantly reply, "Hey, I've been great. How are you?" Boom. All leverage gone in one message. You just told her, "You can disappear for 3 weeks, and I will still treat you like a priority the second you return." 2. Curiosity. I need to know what happened. You start engaging because you want closure. Why did she vanish? Was it me? Did something happen to her? Your logical brain starts investigating, but here's the problem. You're not interrogating to protect yourself. You're engaging to satisfy your curiosity. So you become very responsive, very available, very emotionally involved again. She doesn't need to answer honestly. She just needs to keep you engaged. 3. Ego. She came back. I must be special. Another trap. She realized I'm the best guy. She saw my value. She came back because she knows I'm different. Maybe, but usually not. More often, she came back because the things she picked over you didn't work out the way she wanted. You were not the first choice. You were the safe choice. That's not flattering. That's data. 4. Hope. Maybe now it'll work. You start projecting a future. Maybe now she's ready. Maybe this time it'll be serious. Maybe she just needed time. So you ignore the one fact that matters. She disappeared once with zero respect. If you don't address that, you're telling her, you can do that again. 3. The first rule, self-respect. Before reconnection. Before you even think about what to text back, you need one rule burned into your brain. Your self-respect matters more than the possibility of getting her. If your reaction lowers your standards, makes you swallow disrespect, teaches her that she can treat you casually, then it's the wrong reaction, even if it gets her back. You are not trying to win her. You are trying to protect the man you're becoming. That man does not reward disappearing. Access does not play emotional yo-yo, does not hand out unlimited access to people who use him as a backup. Keep that frame in mind as we go through responses. 4. Step 1. Slow down. You don't owe her instant access. The first move when she texts like nothing happened. Do not reply instantly, no matter what. Not because of games, but because instant replies signal that she still has top priority. You need time to choose your response from strength, not from emotion. You are living without her just fine. That reality should be reflected in your timing. If she vanished for 3 weeks, you don't owe her a 3-minute response. Take hours. Take a day. Take a few days. Your slowness sends a message. My life has continued. You are not the center of it. That alone already shifts the dynamic. 5. Step 2. Decide what you actually want. Before you reply, ask yourself honestly, what do I want from this, if anything? Options. Zero contact. She's done. Maybe casual contact, but nothing serious. I'm open to something real. If she shows accountability. If you don't decide this before replying, you'll let your emotions decide during the conversation. That's when you start. Accepting excuses you shouldn't. Ignoring red flags. Overinvesting again. So decide your category first. Then your response must match that decision. 6. If you want nothing, silence is your answer. Let's start with the cleanest option. If her disappearing was deeply disrespectful, patterned, not the first time, paired with obvious lies, other men, or manipulation, then the best response is no response. Not to punish her, not to be petty, but because she already showed you who she is. There's nothing to clarify. You already moved on. This just confirms you were right. To your silence communicates. Access to me is not lifetime. You used it badly. It's gone. You'd be shocked how powerful it is for your own psyche to not go back to people who disrespected you. It's not about her. It's about you proving to yourself, I won't betray myself for attention. 7. If you're open, but only with respect. Let's say you're not fully done. You're curious. You're open. You think there might be something there. Fine. Then you need standards. Your first reply should not be, hey, good to hear from you. OMG, where have you been? Haha. I've missed you. Those messages erase the disrespect. Instead, your opening line can be simple and grounded. Hey, I noticed you went quiet for a few weeks. What happened? Short, calm, direct, no accusation, no drama, just facts. You do 3 things with a message like that. 1. You show you noticed her disappearance and are not pretending it didn't happen. 2. You invite her to explain, giving her a chance to show character. 3. You subtly communicate that her behavior was out of line for someone who wants access to you. Now pay attention to her answer, because what she says next is more important than everything she said before she ghosted. 8. How her answer exposes her character. There are a few types of replies you'll see. 1. The excuse plus 0 accountability. OMG, yeah, I've just been so busy. Life's been crazy. I'm bad at texting LOL. Translation. I don't take you seriously and I don't think I owe you basic respect. She's not acknowledging your time, your feelings, or the reality of what she did. This is who she is. A person who disappears and feels no need to own it. Do not ignore that. 2. The guilt reversal. Wow, didn't know you'd be so sensitive. You're overreacting. It was just a few weeks. If you really liked me, you'd be more understanding. She ghosts you. You calmly ask what happened. She flips it into you being the problem. This is emotional manipulation in baby form. If you accept this now, later you'll accept bigger manipulations. Cheating reframed as, you pushed me away. Disrespect reframed as, you're insecure. This reply is an instant disqualifier for anything serious. 3. The half-truth. Things were just complicated. I wasn't in a good place. I needed time to think. I was confused about what I wanted. That may be partially true. But notice what's missing. No apology. No ownership. No. I handled it badly. You're talking to someone who wants empathy rather than accountability. Proceed only if you're fine being her emotional cushion. Most men regretting these situations ignored this pattern. 4. The rare answer. Full accountability. This is rare, but it exists. You're right. I did just disappear. That was disrespectful and immature. I was talking to someone else, overwhelmed, dealing with stuff, and I handled it badly. I get it if you're not okay with that, but I wanted to be honest. Now this is different. Still not an automatic green light, but now you're at least talking to a person who knows she did something wrong, can say it out loud, can accept the consequences. These are the only people worth giving a second chance. Not because they're perfect, because they're capable of growth. 9. Your options after her explanation. Once she answers, your power lies in calmly choosing. 9.1. Option A. Appreciate the honesty, but I've moved on. This is for weak excuses, 0 accountability, or even honest answers, but you're done. Example. I appreciate you explaining, but disappearing like that doesn't work for me. I've moved on, and I'm going to keep it that way. Take care. Short, firm, polite, no insults, no lecture, no emotional essays, just a boundary, a decision, and an exit. 9.2, option B. We can talk, but the standard has changed. This is only if she took responsibility. She apologized properly. You genuinely think she might be worth another look. Example. Thanks for being honest. I didn't like how things went down. If we reconnect, I'm going to need consistency. If you disappear again, that will be it. No drama, just done. Now you've stated your standard, explained the consequence calmly, kept your frame. Then you watch what she does, not what she says. Because from here on, her words are marketing, her actions are the product. 10. The power of matching, not chasing her investment. Here's a simple rule that will save you years of drama. You mirror her effort. You never outinvest her. If she responds slowly, you respond slowly. Sends short messages. You send short messages. Avoids making plans. You stop suggesting them. You don't argue. You don't complain. You don't ask, what are we, from a place of begging. You just let her level of investment define how much you give back. If she ramps up, more initiative, more effort, more emotional presence, you can slowly increase yours. If she stays cold or inconsistent, you stay colder or you exit. At no point should you be double texting while she gives one-word replies, planning dates while she gives excuses, writing paragraphs while she replies with emojis. That imbalance is exactly how you train a woman to disrespect you. 11. When she comes back stronger than before. Sometimes she doesn't just text casually. Sometimes she comes back with intensity. I miss you. I've been thinking about you a lot. I know I messed up. Can we see each other? Your ego loves this. Your wounded pride drinks it like water. Be careful. You still assess by the same criteria. Does she take full responsibility or blame circumstances? Does she over-romanticize or speak clearly? Does she accept that you have every right to be hesitant? A grounded reply might look like, I hear you. I didn't like how things ended. If we meet, it's not to jump back into where we were. It's to see if we can rebuild from a better place. If that's not what you want, that's fine too. See the difference? You're not. Grateful she returned, trying to win her back, acting like this is your last chance. You're evaluating. She's no longer the judge. You are. 12. The nuclear option, letting her talk while you decide. Here's a powerful move most men never use. When she returns, talk less. Let her explain, justify, reveal herself. You just ask short, clean questions. What made you reach out now? How do you usually handle things when you lose interest? What would you do if I disappeared on you for 3 weeks? Then you shut up. Silence makes people reveal their real motives. You're not interrogating, you're observing. She'll either show maturity or expose her entitlement. Either way, you get the information you need without oversharing, overinvesting, or overselling yourself. 13. The backbone behind every good response. Outcome independence. Everything we've talked about rests on one thing. You must be genuinely okay with losing her. Not pretending, not acting, actually okay. Because if deep down you're terrified of losing her, you'll accept weak excuses, you'll swallow disrespect, you'll let her rewrite reality. Outcome independence means you want her? Fine. You like her? Fine. But you don't need her. Your life is already full of goals, full of progress, full of meaning. She can join that train. She cannot become the engine of it. If losing one woman destroys you, your problem is not women. Your problem is that your entire sense of self is built on being chosen. That's exactly what you need to fix. 14. What this situation really teaches you about yourself. Her coming back like nothing happened is actually less about her and more about you. It shows you how much you really value yourself, how easily you break your own boundaries, how addicted you are to attention, how afraid you are of starting again. If you reply instantly, pretend nothing happened, overinvest again, you haven't learned anything. You've just confirmed to yourself, my need for connection is stronger than my respect for myself. But if you slow down, require accountability, stay calm, walk away if needed, you send a different message. I am the standard. Access to me is earned, not inherited from the past. That mindset will change every relationship you have. 15. The two paths from here. When she comes back like nothing happened, there are only two healthy paths. Path 1, you let her go. Fully you decide. Her behavior revealed enough. You won't reopen this door. You prefer peace over potential drama. You don't argue, attack, educate. You simply leave the chat unread or send a short, clean closure message and move on. You free your energy for better connections. Path 2, you give it one shot on your terms. You require accountability. Set clear expectations. Match investment. Stay ready to walk at the first sign of repeat behavior. If she rises to that, great. If she doesn't, you leave with your dignity intact. Both paths are wins. The only true loss is pretending nothing happened, letting her back in with no standards, training her and yourself that your boundaries are negotiable. 16. The real upgrade, becoming the man who doesn't fear loss. The deeper you go into this, the more you realize the core lesson. This isn't about women. It's about your relationship with yourself. You want to reach a place where, you don't panic when she disappears. You don't get drunk on relief when she returns. You don't build your worth on who texts you. You want to become the man who has a mission bigger than any relationship, has options because he's building a real life, not just chasing women, has standards and actually enforces them, can enjoy a woman fully without losing himself. Then when she comes back like nothing happened, your reaction is automatic, calm, measured, clear. You're not scrambling to get her back. You're calmly deciding whether she still deserves a place. And that shift, that is where your real power begins. If this breakdown hit you harder than her "hey, stranger" text, take it seriously. Don't just understand this, live it. Protect your standards. Guard your attention, respond from strength, not fear. Because the moment you stop rewarding disrespect is the moment your whole dating life changes.